show you my project here today. I have some jewelry here. I have some gold. Small little gold pendant there, 14 karat gold. I also have a silver pendant, sterling. And I also have some silver jewelry here, some really old silver jewelry here. And I'm gonna mask it with this magnetite here, all right? See that magnetite right there? That's solid magnetite. It's all minerals, right? There's probably some fine gold in there too. But I'm gonna mask those targets there, and I'm gonna test them with the Simplex, the Amphibio, the Equinox, and the Deus. And what I'm trying to demonstrate here is I want a machine that I can just have one coil, and I want to kind of stay within the same program and really go to different spots, you know, like in parks. You have areas that are really trashy. You have spots that you want to go deep. You have spots with a lot of iron. A lot of parks in my area have a lot of relic dumps, a lot of big iron, sometimes a lot of square nails and whatnot. And I also want to hit the tot lots, and I also want to hit around the basketball courts, around the benches. And I want a coil that's going to get through the trash. I want a coil that's going to go deep. And with the Simplex, this Simplex does I've spent a lot of hours preparing for these videos on these tests here. And all four of these machines here with the 11-inch coils on them all fail these tests right here, right? I've spent hours and hours trying to dial them in, trying to ground balance to the hot sand, and the 11-inch coils just do not do this test right here. Just for some reason, you know, there's just too much minerals in there that it is trying to get through, trying to penetrate through, and the 11-inch coils on all these machines doesn't do it. Neither does the Deus 9-inch coil doesn't perform very well in this test. Neither does the X35 coil, the black and the white 9-inch coil. The Equinox 11-inch coil doesn't do this test. The only coil on the Amphibio that can do this test is that 5x9 right there. That 5x9, I've had some really good results with that 5x9 coil right there. And with all the other coils, the concentric one, the 7-inch concentric, the 9-inch concentric, the 5x7, the 5-inch double D coil, all those coils do not perform very well on these tests. The only coil that does really good on this test is the 5x9 Amphibio coil. And on the Simplex, the 9-inch round, or the 8.5-inch SP22 round coil doesn't do very well on this test. Neither does the 11-inch. So I have the coils on the detectors that are going to perform the best on these targets here. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent testing and dialing in and dialing in and dialing in and dialing in and changing coils, changing frequencies, changing recovery speed, changing settings. These coils perform the best on this test, right? And I'll just start with the Simplex first, I guess. And I'll test the ground, and I'll test the black sand, and then I'll test the jewelry before I perform these tests to show you guys. I'll go with the Simplex first. And I'm not going to compare them against each other. I'm going to do one machine at a time because there's just too many settings and too many modes on all these machines to get it all in one video, right? Right. Nothing there. And I'll put that gold pendant in there, right there. 20s, 30s, and I'll test the black sand right here. It's pulsing a little bit on the black sand. Park 1. That was Park 2. This is Park 1. Gain almost all the way up. Move away from it. It's pulsing quite a bit on the black sand, so. But it's hitting that. It's hitting that pendant right out there in the open. So I'll just mask it right in the center. It's trying. And I've tried ground balancing these machines to that black sand too, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, right? I've tried on the Equinox, I've always had problems ground balancing that machine to my hot soil here. Just for some reason, the ground balance feature on the Equinox doesn't do what it's supposed to in my hot soil here. I've always had problems ground balancing the Equinox to my hot soils, and I think it performs the best with no ground balance, right? Just for some reason, the Equinox just struggles with the ground balancing. Whenever I try to ground balance the Equinox to my soil, it really messes the tones up and messes the stability of the detector up. Now I'll pull that, I'll slide that out, watch, I'll slide it out. It was hitting it just a little bit. Right. Now I'll try the silver pennant here. Right. Silver pennant here. Let's spin it right out. 80s. I'll try Park 2. Nice and clean tones, right? This is a really tough test. I am telling you, this is a really tough test for all detectors, right? All my other machines do not do this, what these machines with these coils on here, right? Even with all the with all these machines, if I have a different coils on them, they just do not do it, right? Now I'll put this jewelry in here, right? Right there. Mask it, right? Now I'll go this way, right? Banging it out, right? Reading in the 90s, right? I'm gonna mute this machine. And I'm telling you, these are some very interesting results on these tests, right? I've performed this test a lot of times. I've spent probably 20 hours preparing for these videos. And the Simplex hits that target, the Simplex and the Amphibio hits that target going perpendicular down the barrel. That jewelry right there, really good. The other machines struggle big time. The Equinox doesn't even hit that bit of jewelry under that bracelet right there. In all modes, I'll show you with my other videos. And the Amphibio struggles on that gold there, right? I'll show you in the videos. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.